Welcome back to the Pen Man. I'm Mike West, and before we get into the review today, I would like to thank those of you who took the time to give me some suggestions. Let me know what's on your mind about how I can better improve this pen review channel. And I really appreciate the thumbs up for how things are going so far. So again, thank you. Okay. The guest of honor today is the Sheaffer Intensity Carbon Fiber. Now, why Sheaffer calls this model an intensity, I don't know. Because even on their website, they call this a classic design, and that truly is what it is. It is classic. It is a nice streamlined pen. It's a nothing fancy, but not boring either. Nice, again, nice clean lines. It would do well, I think, in the business world. I wouldn't necessarily consider this a writer's pen because of the weight. It's made up of brass and has a chrome finish to it, along with, of course, on this model, the carbon fiber with no doubt some epoxy type of resin around that. So it does have some weight, but it's not an uncomfortable pen to use. I personally could write with it for a while, but some people like a lot lighter pens for longer writing sessions. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the review, and we will begin with showing you some of the various styles of the Sheaffer Intensity Fountain Pen, and then we will do a tour of the pen, some size comparisons, and the writing sample. All right, again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the other side. Here we have the packaging for the Sheaffer Intensity Fountain Pen. Just a basic cardboard packaging. It is with the label on the one side there and open. The one side there is completely open, and then pull the sleeve off. And it's kind of a faux leather type of feel to it, but nice. And you open it up, and there you have the pen. It's got the little Sheaffer logo inside. Nothing fancy about the Sheaffer Pen Company, I guess, but again, it's a classic pen company. If you pull the top portion out, you have a couple of proprietary ink cartridges, and these are, it's kind of neat. They give you a blue and a black ink cartridge. I thought that was pretty cool. Give you some variety there. And then you have the care and warranty guide. These come, I believe, with a 3-year warranty. Now, I got this pen as a mystery purchase from Pen Boutique. When I bought one of my more recent pens, they offer you for I don't know, $25 extra this mystery gift, and I got this pen as well as some art pencils, which I gave to my daughter because not much of an artist anymore. So anyway, you just slide out the pen, and here you go. Now again, this is an unassuming pen. Does have a nice chrome cap, which some people might not like simply because of the fingerprints. I found myself wiping this off from time to time. If you have dry hands, it's not going to be a problem at all. might be with the grip, but not as far as the cap, getting too many fingerprints. The cap finial is just a slightly convex type of top to it. The body finial is the same, just a very slight convex style. Now you get up a little closer, and then you got the carbon fiber around the body of this pen, and I think that looks pretty cool. These pens retail anywhere from you might get them in the 20s all the way up to the hundreds. It all depends on who you buy it from, where you buy it from. So, and then on the clip, you have the classic Sheaffer dot. The clip it's not spring loaded, but it does have some good spring to it. Now, if you can see, this is not a cheap material type pen. See how, how thick and plated, chrome plated, all of that is. So it's a nice clip. Along the band, it just says Sheaffer there. Okay, you open up. Now this is what's one of the positive aspects of this pen too. One of the things I like. Look how many rotations it takes to get this off. I'm pulling on the cap. It's just over 1/2 rotation. Let's see. So I think that's pretty good. I don't know too many pens with a, your typical threaded type of grip and cap design that will do that. So I think that is really good. Inside the cap, you'll see that there are plastic threads. So it's going to be plastic on metal, which I'm not too concerned about. You're not going to abuse this thing, hopefully. So it shouldn't matter there. But this plastic sleeve goes all the way down into the barrel. Okay, the nib. The nib is very unassuming. There is no scroll work on it, and it just says it's kind of what some people say bother them is a very unbalanced. Sheaffer, maybe they could have brought the R down on the Sheaffer, into the Sheaffer there. I'm not real crazy about the little registered trademark symbol at the end either. That kind of looks cheap. I mean, everybody knows Sheaffer's. The Sheaffer's too well known of a company to worry about that kind of stuff. So, and then you got your medium nib, and you turn it over, and then there's your feed. The nib and feed kind of have a stubby, I call it a stubby look to it. But again, Sheaffer does have other nib designs, as you see in this picture here, this photo. Just to give you an idea that there are nibs that they have that have some scroll work. But why, especially calling this an intensity, why they didn't do something a little nicer with the nib, I don't know. But it's okay, So, but again, you have the grip. The grip is long. You don't have, I don't have any problem with step down of the threads there. The grip is decent. There is a slight concave shape to the grip, but there's really not any kind of stop there. Some people like it to flare out more to keep your fingers from slipping, especially on a metal grip, because some people have issues with metal grips being too slippery. I don't find this too slippery. I don't have oily hands, but I don't have dry hands, and so yeah, metal grips don't bother me. But if that is an issue with you, then obviously you're not going to like that. open this up. Oops. And it reveals their proprietary cartridge. And I give kudos to Sheaffer, as they not only include the 2 cartridges, one blue, one black, but they also include a proprietary cartridge. Now it's an interesting system there. It's kind of a snorkel type system, I guess. This is the first pen I've seen this. Not really snorkel as in you can pull it in and out, but you know, it's just got the piece coming out. It gives your cartridge a greater capacity because it's able to be fatter. So I believe these would have a greater capacity. Okay, how about posting? Does this pen post? Well, of course it posts. A classic pen is going to post. And it posts, goes on there and posts securely with the plastic threads and so forth. It shouldn't damage the finish here. It's just an acrylic finish. However, it does extend the length of this pen, and because it's all metal, it is a long pen if you're going to write like that. And it is somewhat back weighted, or as you're writing like this, the weight tends, you know, to push down on the pen, and so as you're writing, you know, it slowly starts creeping down right there. But it is long enough to where you can write comfortably with it unposted. Okay, so let's take a look at some size comparisons. Size comparisons. We have the Sheaffer Intensity. We have the Pilot, Metropolitan, Lamy Safari, and the TWSBI Eco. Here you have them unposted and now posted. Okay, now for a writing sample of the Sheaffer Intensity. This one came with a medium nib, which I was grateful for. The Intensity does come with, I think it's 3 options, depending on where you buy it from, but fine, medium, and broad. The ink that I'm using today is Monteverde Olivine. If you use this in the business world, you might want to use a blue or black, obviously. Flow, nice wet nib there. No hard starts, no skipping. Just a tad bit of feedback, but nothing too noticeable. I like it. It's like a smooth pencil. So the nib is very smooth. I have not doctored the nib at all. So it came smooth out of the box. Reverse writing. Very well. Doesn't start running dry on the ink. So excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, this is not a flex nib, so I'm not going to go there. What do I think about this Sheaffer Intensity Fountain Pen? Overall, I like it. Again, it is weighty. If you prefer lighter pens, then you might not like this. But it does have some nice style to it, in that if you get the carbon fiber, I think the carbon fiber looks very nice. They do have a carbon fiber where the cap is carbon fiber as well. And if I had my choice, again, I didn't have a choice what Pen Boutique sent me, but I think if I were buying one of these, I would have gotten that carbon fiber cap. But nonetheless, and then they have other styles too, as you saw earlier. So there's, you know, there's something for everybody. I'm going to give this a smiley face because I like it. And there you have the review of the Sheaffer Intensity Fountain Pen. Well, there you have it, the review of the Sheaffer Intensity Carbon Fiber and Chrome, we'll call this and Chrome since it's mostly Chrome there, fountain pen. I hope you've enjoyed this review and found it helpful and so forth. If you happen to own one of these pens, do me a favor and write in the comments how you feel about this pen, what kind of writing you use it for, so that others can benefit from your experience as well. Okay, again, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to check out a couple of these other videos, and you guys have a great day.